Oi, oi, how you doing? Today is Sunday, the 13th of December 2020, and this is episode number 30. What is this? 31. 32. 32 days of trading the UK horse races, just like they are financial markets. Um, as you can see, it's great, better than financial markets, or might be good for some people, bad for some others, but you can trade 7 days a week on this. So let's kick off. Let's have a look at what's going on. Live stream at the moment here on Twitch. It's Mr. Exchange Trader, and also uploaded daily to YouTube as well. But we've got an odds-on favourite here, which has it's drifted and then it's pulled back and then it's attacking these highs again. So it's coming into that resistance. I'm guessing at twos or just over twos. No, yes, it's at twos. So the next one here we've got is rather flat, falling into that support again and again, bouncing off it. Potentially a break of this support, it moving lower, could coincide with a break of this resistance. That would be a nice narrative to have. So going long on that or short on this, one or the other, not both. This one's a little harder to read, but it's come in and it's come off support. Very high odds though, so probably not considering any positions on that. The two front runners here are what are up for consideration. But we've got 18 minutes tee off, 59 grand matched, tight book. These are good trading conditions. So just need to evaluate how I might structure a trade. Just gonna have a look at this one. Just favouring a break on this. Just trying to get a read on what price level that support is at. It's just blowing up the chart a bit. So 325. So yeah, I guess a break of 3 spot 2 lower might be of interest. Does look like it's eking lower a little bit now, but basically break of these lows is what would be interesting, and I believe based on the chart that's probably around 3.2 3.25. so a sharp movement up here or a sharp movement down here would be what we need, but it's waiting game really. 16 minutes 50 seconds to the off. And thanks also to the new followers both on Twitch and on YouTube. Very much appreciated. If you find the videos as well useful, do feel free to like them or leave any comments. Hopefully, if I might find this useful. And still for now using these small stakes, but as long as nothing happens untoward today, looking to increase those stakes next week. So yeah, rather than £2, I think it's probably going to be about £10 I'm going to be working with. Still low in the relative scheme of things, but sorry, just looking. Yeah, still low stakes at £10 even, but I think it will. It's time to level up, and it will bring in a different type of problem that I haven't been able to experience yet with £2 stakes. So I've proven myself in consistency of trading. So several days of profitability, discipline in not taking things to the wire, taking things in play. Seem to have found a comfort zone in terms of what time to trade. So yeah, need to up the stakes a bit, and I think partial fills is going to be the problem that I'd have to deal with. Yeah, sorry, yamming away and taking positions at the same time here. So this has broken its support, moving lower, trying to get some skin in the game here at a decent price. Just keep an eye on this as well, just in case it pierces twos, because this aggressive move lower could see this break twos as well. Might be a bit overzealous. Let me just see if I can lighten that a little bit before the market does it for me. 3, 2, 5. Take off one of those. So it has broken lower, didn't have a position in, but typically what we'll see is the price break lower and then pull back. So I have gotten filled now, and it did break lower and it did pull back, so that's good. But it is pulling back deeper still, so you know, just need to be aware. This is coming in as well, which won't help. This is breaking its support actually. That is not going to help me. Still context this at least coming into its lows again. But I just need to be careful, need to listen to what the market's telling me, rather than, you know, just be tone deaf to what's going on. But I am at the touch. This is creeping into twos, but could still be finding resistance off of it rather than support. What have I got? £4 net stake. Got an okay position on this. Yeah, it does look like it's attacking those lows again. I'm going to hold tight here just for now anyway. So I got filled on that, so I've got £2 to lay off. On the touch here now, just trying to get a slightly bigger profit than was okay, so that's got filled. Yeah, okay, it's breaking threes as well, so it's going into threes and it's broken it, so I expect that could move down quite aggressively now, especially as that's coming into twos. But I don't want to jump on the back of this because of my my time constraints and knowing what works and what doesn't work for me. So I'm going to be grateful for that profit, spread it across, move on to the next one. So, oh, it's quite early comparative as well. Normally here after midday, but yeah, so it's like 11:50 now. So yeah, here's slightly earlier than normal. Didn't even notice that. So we've got the next one here at 12:10. I think the races finish early today as well. Not like, I mean, I finish normally, you know, about 2:30, but on it being a Sunday, races look like they go on till 3:30 is the last one. So that's a very early finish. But anyway, you've got 20 minutes off on this one here. Favorite come in, steamed in, found a low here, pulled back from it, and now has found support at it again. So breaks of that low could be interesting to short, or possibly it could just be, you know, bouncing. I prefer the break rather than a bounce, either of this support here or this previous resistance, just because of the profit scope. Second favourite here, 4.4s, I should say. Being quite choppy, although, you know, sideways market, but there is a bias, I'd say, to the upside. These lows have been getting higher. So that's something just to be aware of, just to potentially get long on this. Although a break of this support here, whatever number that is, whatever level, let's see if I can blow it up. Somewhere between 4 and 4.5. Whatever support level that is, a break lower, that could be of interest. Third favourite here, drifted. consolidated and broke that consolidation. So this support here, it's broken out. So potentially lows on that. If that's 8s, yeah, it is 8s. Let's have a look. It's gone into 8s. Yeah, it's just gonna hold tight for a little bit, really, just to see what screams at me in terms of a potential trade. But we've got 19 minutes tee off, 30 grand match, which is okay, but a tight book as well. So those are all good things. Reasonably good trading conditions. There isn't enough money really coming through on this yet. You can see these are just double-digit numbers on the price here. I want to see that increase and more money to be coming through more frequently. Just have a reorder. I get a sense that that's 4.3 is at support level. I'm seeing there, because there's, oh, what is that? 4.4 maybe 4.4 or 4.3. Seeing some movement up here, and this just ticked down. This could be looking to break that support. This could be no, he says, wait, what number is that? Can't get an accurate reading. Looks like the short is the move on this. I can't get an accurate reading on the price level, but I'm going to attempt to enter a short on this. So just trying to structure an entry here. This is breaking support. This is at support and potentially moving higher. So yeah, trying to get a position on this, but at a decent price. 17 minutes to the off. Could be aggressive and go for this at 2.4 now, but just trying to play a bit more defensive and get in at this price here. It's a better price, gives me a bit more maneuverability. Arguably still quite aggressive compared to this one here, but yeah, we'll see if we can get in at this and position ourselves for some potential short movement, bearish movement, I should say. Yeah, might have been better to be a bit more aggressive, but what I'll do is I'll put another one there, and then at what was that, 4.46, just lighten that a bit. Yeah, looks like I was right on the direction on this one, but just no skin in the game. So, right but wrong. I'll leave those in for now, but just looking for any other possibilities. I mean, this moving in does look to be potentially moving this up. See if I can get filled on this. So playing off this being you know what, I'm not entirely. I'll go with it. I'm not in. Yeah, I'll go with it. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see what gets filled first. 14 minutes see off. So trying to get filled on two different selections at the same time. This can be a risky approach because you're splitting your attention, and as you can, so I didn't get filled on this. It's moved off. So I'm getting the direction right here. I'm just not getting any money on it. So yeah, two selections at the same time can be a risky game because, you know, if you get filled on both at the same time, you could be caught managing multiple positions and in opposite directions. It can be hard to, well, I find it hard to concentrate on doing that. So on the touch on this one, bearishness has maintained on this one. The pullback hasn't really come to a favourable level for me to allow me to have an entry. It's moving off again. Just going to be slightly more aggressive on this one. See if I can get a fill. Yeah, I'm not optimistic of that coming back in to the price there. If it does, it'll probably be as a retrace rather than a as a reversal rather than a retrace. So I'll remove those positions. I'll keep these ones in. I've got filled now. It's not really breaking that resistance, so what am I going to do? Let's see if I can get filled on this. If I do get filled on this, look to put in a closing order a tick higher, because this definitely has, you know, it's come around. It's been quite bullish as it goes into that those previous highs, but I just need to be wary that, you know, rather than this, you know, trend line that we're seeing here where it is gradually rising with the lows, it could easily just come back down to support or, you know, break lower. But the frame of reference here is that the price has a good likelihood of at least moving higher into these highs again at just under fives. So that gives me enough context to at least stay in this position for now. Got filled on all three of those orders. This is quite a heavy position at 12. 4-8. Okay. See, it's falling back into support now, which isn't the ideal thing that we wanted. It's coming back to attack these lows and potentially break them, but not a reason to panic just yet, because it can still find support off of these. Is if it breaks that support, which will be the problem. Just going to bring this down a bit as well. Where do we want this? Let's put it there. So 12 is quite a high position for these stakes, but we'll hold tight. Overall, the bearishness on this has continued, so I want to see some bullishness appear here and it move higher, and this continue to move down. 10 minutes see off now. Just putting these orders in just in case there is some dramatic move up, you know, I've got position in the queue if that were to happen. So again, this is still finding support. This is starting to roll over to potentially attack these lows again. So that helps in terms of the narrative that I'm looking for. But yeah, always got to keep wits about me really, because it can just change in a blink of an eye. You must admit that is a very bold position size for these stakes, as I keep saying. And of course I've got the option to reduce, you know, reduce that, knowing that. So just got to take that responsibility for, you know, what I'm doing. I can't blame the market if it goes against me, because I've had the opportunity to get out, reduce the position. Didn't have to take the position. Ultimately it is down to me. So I will hang fire for now. 8 minutes to the off. What is the market telling me? So I think maybe I'm going to pull this down just so I've got position on it. Actually, that's all of it, isn't it? That's 4, 8, 12. Okay. All right, they all got filled. So yeah, that was okay. I could have I ended up at the end there just pulling down that other one. Could have left that as a split, but yeah, can't complain. It's just profit is a profit. And yeah, there it just shows the importance of sticking with your conviction as long as the market says that you're not wrong. There was nothing in this price action that was saying to me that, you know, it had reversed. It was just saying it was coming into support, potentially could break lower and, you know, do me over, but effectively there was a good probability of it bouncing off that support to move higher. And I could have, you know, positioned this to be in take advantage of a potential break. I'd had it so that, you know, I was looking to basically back the position at resistance, but, you know, as it's done, those are the two things that I anticipate. It goes into resistance or it breaks. And going forward, I think as well, it's just having a bit more in the game for if it were to break rather than just going in for resistance. That's one of the ways I might be able to improve profitability. But yeah, that was a good result. Let me just double check that I greened that up. Go back there. Yes, I did. So the next one here. Next one here is for 16 minutes away. 28 grand match. That's all right. Could be better. Tight book. 100 spot 9%. Favorite here. Come in, gone out, been very flat. Looks like it could be going into its previous lows here, or potentially breaking that support. Second favorite is also you know, very flat and at support here. So maybe a break of those lows would be of interest if that correlated to a move higher here, or vice versa, a break of this here moving in correlation to this moving up. What is going on with my stream? Is that broken again? Just looking at Twitch, one sec. I think OBS is down. Just looking away from the screen for a sec. No, looks like it's all right. Okay, continue. So yeah, yeah, all very, very flat actually in most recent price action. There's not much that I'm reading into this. Just had a quick reorder. mean, this off potential support and this off resistance is interesting. All right, now what I'm looking at is this coming into fours then. A break of fours would be good. Break lower to potentially short, and if I see, you know, one or more of these start to move out, either individually or on aggregate, that could be a good confirming signal. I'm not going to just short this just yet, just based on, you know, a hunch. I want to see it first in the price, but you know, I'm just saying what I do before I do it, as always, just to give an idea of what the plan is. Always good to have a plan, even if it doesn't come out, you know, as you wanted. You've got a plan, because inherent in that is the plan is you've got a means to get in and a means to get out. You've got an exit plan, regardless of whether it's an entry and exit plan, a reason to get in, and then an exit plan. And that might be a rule-based exit, or something else that might just that you're looking for in the market as a means to tell you that you're wrong. I mean, I guess that's what I'm really looking for. To get in, I'm looking for reasons that the market tells me that I'm right, and to get out, it's reasons that the market's telling me that I'm wrong, and I've, you know, time to get out. But again, I don't purport to be an expert at this. Different ways of doing this. Different people have different opinions. That's what moves the market, which is good. You need differing opinions in order to make money from this. Unfortunately, everyone can't be winners at this. There has to be losers. That's the way she goes. Still very, very flat across the board. These are just correlated in their flatness, if that's possible. I don't think you can have correlating flatness. I think it has to be trend. So this is coming into fours. Looks like it could edge past it. All right. Just looks like it's eked past that support to potentially move lower, and these are all at support as well. So what I'm speculating on here is the price is going to break and continue to move lower here, and these are likely to going to move up on aggregate. So looking to get filled here at 4. Put some other orders outside the money as well, just in case I can get some better fills. Okay, so I've got one of those filled. I'll put in the partials. On the touch still here with a second potential position, so I need to be careful that just isn't, you know, support that is found there and consolidating. do 10 minutes tee off. Should have another look at that chart. Yeah, it did eat through it. You know, I'm happy holding this for now, and I'm happy to get further fill on this as well. So take my net position up to 8. Nine minutes see off. It's breaking higher. That's interesting. Okay. Prefer to get filled before this moving lower. But hey, I can't really argue with what the market's going to do. I was at good Q position on this one, which I wanted to get filled. So I've got a new £2 net stake now, and I'll go flat if this gets filled. But I feel it's going to move lower, and I just wanted more money on it. But I didn't really have the position to take advantage of that. So no problem. Let's see if we can get at least leave this with a profit. Again, can't count those chickens before they hatch because anything can happen. And again, if you're watching on Twitch, this is uploaded to YouTube afterwards. There is a playlist that you can go through, see my progress over the last 32 days. See my successes and failures. I mean, it's been, to be honest, more successes so far in the last few days. But hey, like I said, I'm pragmatic about this. So just trying to keep my wits about me. So still got 7.5 minutes to go. Got a reasonable Q position on this. Trying to get filled. Have got filled. So would have liked more skin in the game on that one, but unfortunately that wasn't to be. So there we go. Just hedged up there for between 7 and 8p profit, regardless of outcome. So let's see what the next one is. On to the next one. So 20 grand match, not great. 20 minutes off. Okay, so that could pick up. You know, it's not great, but it's tradable still. Type book, that helps. Favorite, very similarly priced odds as well. Or sixes is the front runner. Front three. So these are going to be higher odds, which means that movements in these, the favorite, quotes, movements in this is going to be having a less impact on the other selections. But what I am seeing is again correlation between these other ones. These two pop out immediately as being very correlated, so these are moving in a similar way. So I'm trying to see something that's doing the opposite of that, really, because that will give me a good reference point. But I can't see the whole field. I feel that there might be something else that I could be using as a reference that I can't see, that isn't one of the front four selections. But yeah, nothing to trade off just yet. I mean, this favorite here has drifted. It's come back in. It's clearly, you know, coming into its lows and find support here. So I mean, I guess a break of that, whatever that is. Let me see. 5 point. Oh god, between 5.5 and 6. Possibly this level, 5.8. Yeah, it's tricky with these readings to get the exact level. This volume's a bit thin as well. There's money on the book. Could be better. But we still have 20 minutes to see off. Just having a quick look off screen, so excuse me for a moment. So first 3 wins there, 16p, 47p, and then I think was it 8p to come in. So 71p in total so far. It's a good start to the day, but again, just don't want to go into big balls and think, yes, I am the, I'm the king of this. This is easy. It's not really. And that false confidence can just have an impact on your future trades. You can make silly trades, or just trade markets that don't make sense. Like this one, for example. 20 grand match, 18 minutes and 45 seconds to the off. Still not really seeing massive amounts of movement or volume on the book. Could be an easy way to lose money. So remain respectful to the market conditions, really. Just see what's after this. Next one after this is Lingfield, 27 grand match so far. Yeah. So what I'm doing is just weighing up, is it worth me staying in this one for longer to potentially not trade, or is my time better spent looking on something else? Let me just see how long is out on the next one. 27 minutes. A lot more readability in that, but that is a bit far out. Far out, man. I'll stick with this one for a little bit longer, just past that 15-minute mark, just to see what might materialize. Well. So we've got, this has made a clearer level of resistance. Somewhere between 7 and 8. So probably this level here, maybe 7.6, possibly 7.8. Is these highs are looking at here. So a break of that could be interesting. Certainly 7s is the low that we're seeing where this has come into. So a break of 7s, which correlates to maybe something, moving off of support, could be of use. But yeah, I've just done a reorder there. So what's that, 5.2? That does not look right. I'm gonna guess that's 5.2. Signs of bullishness in this are a bit clearer. So the lows have got higher in this, and it's come into its previous highs, and it's found resistance at 11s. Potentially long on this. It's a bit of a tricky one to call, this one. 14 minutes to the off. think that's finding support off of sixes. No, it's not, according to the chart. Although sixes has been a troublesome area. So 6 is basically this level here, which is just pierced through. And you know, overall I would say this is, you know, relatively bullish, or at least has scope to go into these previous highs here at 6.5, or whatever that would be on this, 6.4, 6.6. Do I really want to buy that market though? Not really. Just feels a bit like a bloody trap. Just a bloody honeypot. So support at 10 is of interest on this though. This support. But is anything going counter to that? Maybe this breaking, yeah. 13 minutes. It's just very weak liquidity. See, I'm tempted just to lay this, but the way this money is, it's not really being absorbed quickly. It's just, you know, even with £2, it's just going to sit there for a while before getting taken. But I would like to be long on this. And these two still seem to correlate. These two, if anything, I guess have had some correlation in recent price movement. Put something outside of money. That might be the way to do it. Oh, that's shifting now. That might see a break in something else. Just seeing this move past sixes. Probably to attack these highs now. That could correlate to a break in something else. So 11 minutes to off, 26 grand matched. Do I just see that move up, or do I imagine it? No, I think that's broken higher. Just the chart's lagging. So if that's moved up, that's moved up. My favourite trade would be this on a short if it were to break sevens maybe. Reorder. So that's his second one now. And in fact, this one wasn't visible before. I don't think. This one's just come in. It's because I can only see 4 at a time on this display. So that other one that we're looking at, I think it was at 10s, it was breaking higher, is now not visible. But no, this is annoying me. This one. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Just look for better quality to trade off rather than make shit up. So here, a lot more clarity here, right? Come down, found support, started to drift, clear drift on this. This is clearly coming in on a steam. These two, therefore, look like they're inversely correlated. So that's good information to work off. This looks like it's coming to support at 3.5. So a break of that 3.5 could be the next impulse move that we see lower. So looking to short this effectively. Let's see if I can get a price reading on this. And that's finding support at 3.5. So this is coming back into 3.5 to find support to potentially move higher. This is I'm looking for it to break 3.5. What else we got going on? Okay, I'm going to try and get a position on this actually. It's slightly preemptive, but there has been strong bullish movement on this. So that helps give a bit more context to being a bit more aggressive on this entry because of a strong inverse correlation. Not just waiting on something to break, you know, a flat price to break support or resistance. So I'm yeah, a bit more aggressive on this entry. It looks like it could be rolling over. So very near the front of the queue on this one, but still not filled. A bit sticky. Bit sticky still. So 17 minutes and a bit to the off. 34 grand matched. Not bad. But looking to get a fill on this so I can participate. Oh god, it's moved off. Okay, let's see if it breaks. If it breaks fives, might be partial to alright, I'll go with a super aggressive entry here. Taking, you know, just a light super aggressive one. Do it again, take out this one. Keep position on this. Right at the front of the queue on that one. What are we seeing? It's approaching fours. Well, if that breaks fours, we'll see this. Could see this push much more aggressively lower. It's going into fours. It's almost gone exponential there. A parabolic move. It's just so this. Let's concentrate on this, shall we? This one here could get filled to increase my position size. So I'm using 3.5 as my reference point here as resistance. Struggling at fours there. So let me just be a bit more defensive on how I take my exits. At least take some money off the table. Got a £10 net position there now. I feel 14 might be a bit strong. Well, it is a bit strong for these stakes. But let's see if we can capitalize on that position. Hopefully, it's pulling back. It's a deep. I'm still considering this as a retrace now rather than a reversal. But you know, just need to be aware that it could potentially, you know, break. It's trend price structure. Just trying to be not too jumpy and let the price dictate what I'm going to do. This as well is pulled back, but it for me that doesn't look like it's a reversal. It just looks like a correction. Is another term you might hear in the financial markets: a correction or a retrace or a pullback. Same shit. It just means that the trend is basically having a breather, having a rest before it continues on its journey in that same direction. So it looks like it's piercing 4, so that is hopeful for this position. 2, 4, 6, 8. I played it a little bit more defensive there. Moved it into the bloody stop just as it was coming down. Oh well, alright. So I protected my position there. Got a bit more wiggle room on the stop loss. Getting filled on these partials that I've put in place. Just looking for any signs that the price could be stagnating and moving. This moving down doesn't help my position, so I've just revised my profit expectations by moving one of those up. But I'm still overall very bearish on this. Definitely could have milked this for more, but got to be careful not to let it evaporate. You can see these little pullbacks. And that looks like it's rolling over potentially. So whereas before that was more of a retrace, pulling back, now that's looking potentially to make a reversal because it's punching for new lows. This still has a fundamental bullishness to it, right? The highs are still low, the lows are still lower. So there is good reason to just hang on to this for it to punch much lower. But I'm just trying to play a defensive game. I'm seeing this come in. That's just making me revise my my position here, just based on time really. The longer I hold the position, the longer I'm in the market here, the bigger risk there is, the less control I have. So did make a profit on that. Do feel that this could move lower, but I'm not going to just go on that feeling. I'm going to listen to what the market's saying and act on that. Yeah, take money, take profits accordingly, play defensive game. But yeah, got out on that. 16p across the board. But that's what we're after, just consistency. If I can consistently make money on this, of course, still using the small stakes. So this, as I've been abundantly aware of from the start, the way that I'm trading now may not translate to higher stakes, or it's about testing the limits of how big the stakes can be before this strategy breaks down, because you can't just throw hundreds or thousands of pounds at this. If it just wouldn't work, you'd move the markets. So yeah, still a learning process here. So next one we've got is at let me see, 12:55, 19 minutes 57 seconds, still the off. 30 grand match, not bad. Tight book. Odds on favourite, come in, found support, broken that support, coming in still. Oh, second favourite drifted, pulled back, drifted again. So these look inversely correlated. So that move there is the same, but in opposite direction to this move here. This pullback here, like this, is the same as this going this, and then this going down is the same as this moving up. So we've got two that seem to be playing off of each other, and in fact these two here look to be correlated as well, just looking at this most recent move. So this here, so that's good. One move in one way is the other move in the other. Let's just have a look what prices we're working at. So 6, could use 6 as support. Just be careful not to just jump into this too rashly. But I'm happy to put in a position here at 6s. So I'm deeming 6 as support, and this could move higher to maybe attack these highs, and this effectively to continue to come in. Let's see if I can get a reference to be short on this as well. 325. All right. Multiple positions in here. This is going to be another issue as well. I mean, and now it's, you know, it's only what, a couple of £100 that I've got in here. Obviously, using bigger stakes, it's not going to be as possible. Even with an increased account size, I need to think more about, you know, how I might be able to put in multiple positions at the same time, because it will just max out the account. And it will come to a point where, you know, it says, oh, you know, cannot lay, you haven't got enough, sufficiently funded, you're not sufficiently funded to enter the position. So again, bit of a risky game here, 2 positions at the same time, looking to get one filled and then close out the other. Okay, so that's got filled, so I'm going to avert my attention to this. So looking for this to now move lower, of course. Play a bit more defensive there. There's a good Q position here. It feels like it's paused. Are we still moving? Yes, we are. Alright. Sod it. Sod it is not a good attitude to have, but I'm just seeing there's good Q position there, so I've just added to that slightly. So I've got £6 to lay off, potentially getting another position in here. Where are those support areas? Oh, no, okay, let me move that up there. Looks like it's flattening out, which doesn't, I mean, it's not necessarily good, it's not bad either. It could just be consolidating before punching higher, or it could be finding resistance to move lower and tap these lows again, which would not help me. But 315. Okay, so make sure I get the right one here. Yes, that's what I wanted. So staggered my exits here. Oh, I've got filled on that as well. Okay. So staggered my my exits here to see if I can, you know, take some money off nearer to the entry, and then some a bit further away. So I've got £10 net stake here, so I've got another £2 that I can add to my the queued positions. In fact, I'm going to put that there. And I'm just looking here as well. So this support here is this as far as the market's kind of gone lower. So what I'm saying with these positions is the market has to break new lows for me to hit those profit targets. So I just need to keep an eye and see, constantly be asking myself, is that realistic? We're seeing the price now kind of pull back away from these lows, still deeming it as a retrace rather than a reversal. So that's not, outside the realms of what you'd expect price to do in a downtrend. It's got to move in an impulse move and then correct and then move again past that previous low. But it is edging up ever so slightly. So just wary of that. But 13 minutes and a half to the off. We'll hold tight at least for now. What is that? 3.2. 3. Just seeing it pull back still. So it's definitely become more flat, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's reversed yet. So there's still a good chance that it could come back into the support. 2468. Okay, so just so I can get position on these. So this was it's this comeback. It's hitting kind of its lows, its previous lows. So that was previous support, which for this trade to really pan out in my favor, that would need to act as resistance. Those previous lows, which were previous support, turn into resistance to help push this lower. This as well, I mean, this could be going into 5.5 or whatever number that is. It's just above it to act as support. So it's far off it now. In the same way, this is a little bit off from its highs. So this going into support and moving higher, and this going into resistance and moving lower would help. That's what I would like to see from the market, but that's, who knows if that's what's going to happen. It is edging higher. How long we got? 10 minutes, 50 seconds. So still some time. This here's looking approaching sixes, so break of sixes is unlikely to help this position. A bounce off of it could help it. So just going to hold tight for now. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You have to count your money when you're sitting at the table. So, what can I see? This is coming to its previous highs. It's pulled away slightly, but I'm wary that could be a higher low in terms of it now punching past that resistance. It was fine in at 3.5, but still, there's still okay context for this to, you know, move lower, at least to coincide with these previous lows. And for that reason, I'm holding tight. Nine minutes to the off. I mean, of the other decisions I could take here could reduce the position size. But I have got, you know, okay position on most of these. So at least if it does dip into it and just touch it, then I'm at the front of the queue. But again, I don't want to just rely on that blindly. Okay, so I've got some of the position reduced. Don't want to move that up. Yeah, come on, think. So the reason I'm doing this now is because my profit target that I had there was outside of the previous support. So it would have meant the price had to make new lows in order to get, you know, an extra tick or so. Whereas where it was at currently, where I moved it to, is the realms of possibility, or, you know, probability that it's going to get matched at that level. It didn't, but there's still a higher chance of it getting matched there than it breaking to make new lows. So that was the rationale behind moving that position up. But it is now moving off of that support to move higher again. So it's back to square one of seeing this potentially go into the resistance there and move lower, or, you know, fretting about it potentially breaking to make new highs. That is that going to break 5.5? That is not going to help. Oh, don't want to kill that position either. Fuck. All right. Come on, got to act. This is come on. 3.25. So I think it's this one. Okay, so being very slow to act here. Okay, I just wanted to separate those two. Come on. I can see this moving down, which is why I wanted to. Right. The dynamics of this are completely changing. It's breaking resistance. You know, something I'd probably want to be long on now. This one here, how long we got? Oh, 6 minutes. Do I want to enter a new position now? It's risky. And if this comes back to bite me, I've only got myself to blame, but I'm seeing this drift hard. I'm seeing this come in hard. So I'm just trying to get some skin in the game based on that. And this is definitely outside my normal kind of comfort zone of trading time. But duly noted. Sixes. These are both coming in.
This.
Okay, I've got to fill on that. Cancel that. So you can see how much kind of quicker the market's kind of picked up here. Having to make decisions a lot quicker. Let's find a support there. So let me come back in. It could be finding support off of 4s. I'll leave that. You know what? Let's see if we can. Right, have to play it sensibly, reluctantly, but I mean that drift has helped reduce that loss, and then obviously taking a very small profit has helped reduce it as well, but got to play it smart. So 65p loss on that one, first loss of the day. Puts me back slightly on the day, but you know, it's the way she goes, just on to the next one. It's not a massive loss, and looked after capital on the whole pretty well. And I mean, I was outside the comfort zone trading in that 5-minute period before the off, because you could see the volume just picked up. It's just quicker decisions and less time that you've got to work with. So we've got here now the 13 minutes to the off. Got a favourite of 2s that's drifting. Second favourite's come in, found support. Looks like it could just be eking past its lows there. 50 grand match. Feels like less than that in this. But yeah, okay. 50 grand match. 12 minutes, 45 seconds to the off. Just have a reorder. So, just going to blow this chart up. So if I can get a reading on the price, nope. Somewhere between 5 and 7.5. I guess that's midway, so what's that? 6.25. So this one's at support, could be breaking whatever that level is. I think it must be that 6.2. That could be its support. This is on a drift, third favourite here, so potentially long on this. Long on this as well. How long we got? 11 minutes 40. Just having a quick look off a screen here. Okay, back in the room. So 2.25. So that's this one here. All right, so looking for long positions here. This is, I think, these lows here. It's coming back into 2.2, like 2.24, 2.22. So that could be a potential entry. But I'm just looking for signs of bearishness on something else that could help correlate to that. These are all at support. Potentially breaking. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a position on the premise that this could continue with some bullishness to at least tack those highs. And these being all at support are likely to, in fact, they're at support, but there's kind of a bias, a bearish bias, if you like, to break that on most of these. So the assumption is that could help push this higher. Of course, that assumption could be wrong, but we'll see got some money, some skin in the game, and it is. Oh, was that it? £2. All right. Okay, so bigger position now. Still finding support at this level. But I've just got to keep things within the realms of possibility. Do I want to take out an order there? Okay, just give me a bit more. So I have seen this bullishness continue, at least for now. He says as it starts to reverse, but there has been some signs of this support holding. It's just started to bounce off of its support, which isn't great. I was anticipating a break, so I was wrong in that sense, but there's still context to at least hold out on this, because the price action is still within, there's still context to it. I think I'll bring these down a bit though. How long we got? 7 minutes. Okay. Alright, what was that? 2.6. What? Oh, crap. No. Oh, it's too late. Wait. Let's see if I can. 2.2. 2.2. Okay, that's what I want. And again, can't be too greedy on this because, again, I'm just trying to, it'd be very easy to fall into the trap of thinking, shit, I've lost, whatever the last one that was, 65p, and think, oh, got to make that back, got to take more risk just to see, break even or get that back to get back on track. But that is just a nasty path to go down, because you start doing positions that are just outside the realms of, they're possible, they might be possible, but they're not probable, and you just increase your risk and likelihood of making a profit. So as you can see here, I'm just trying not to give too much profit back and not overstretch outside of what I normally do, keep it consistent. And it's the same across the board, regardless of the stakes that you're working with. I'm working with small stakes, but I'm just treating it exactly the same. It's all about the percentages. It's only 65p, whatever, but it's not the amount that's important. It's the decisions that you make around it that are important. Five minutes. So
this event will start in 5 minutes.
13p.
5 minutes.
You kidding me? 13p on this one to get filled. Come on. There we go. Bloody hell. But yeah, it's the psychology is the same regardless of the amount that you're working with, whether it's 60p, 65 quid, £6.50, 650 quid. It's all percentages of, you know, what you're risking, and you can't let that psychology get to you, or, you know, I'm trying not to let it get to me, and start, you know, chasing and making irrational decisions that I wouldn't normally make. It's just, you know, treating each race as a fresh one, and at least for now, not trying to, you know, push things too far to jeopardize a capital, because at the end of the day, the capital, my trading account is my tool. Without that, can't trade. It's literally like the money is my, like, employees, if you like, and, you know, if you fire all your employees, you can't work anymore. So I need that capital to work with, so I need to preserve that, so that money can work for me. So we've got 13 minutes to the off. Favourite here at freeze. Come in. Yeah, so it's come in and it's kind of find support. Looks like it could be retracing, but potentially attacking those lows again. Wherever those lows are, that's got to be, what, 3.45. Second favourite, very choppy. Third favourite, very choppy. Third favourite come in, but again very choppy in recent price action. So nothing's jumping out at me at the moment. I mean, this breaking low, what would be good is this breaking its low. Oh, there it goes. Fucks. I'd ideally want to see these bounce off support, so some moves upwards in these would be useful. So this breaking sevens, I might be too late on this one. It's at sevens. Why isn't this chart updating? Come on. It's clearly... Oh, unless it's doing it off the lace. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Let's try and get some skin in the game on this one. So I'm speculating that this could continue to move lower, as you can see by my positions. Just trying to get a good price on them, on entry. This could be breaking as well. I mean, this could have paid better. Well, I would say could have. I'm still in present tense here, but there's not much inverse correlation I'm working off of here. It's really, this short is really based on this producing new lows and this potentially breaking resistance. This one here, okay, I've got a fill on that. This one here is something to be wary of, because it could be punching lower as well. I'm going to split this. In fact, it is. Is it? I have to squint to see. Okay, so taking some money off the table, leaving these orders in. Should there be some retrace? How long we got? 10 minutes. Okay, that's started to find more confirming support. So what I'm going to do is try to add to this. It's a bit steep going for that. There's a gap in the market there. It's just been filled. But in highly liquid markets, those gaps don't really last that long. Just playing defense. So getting this one out, hopefully. And then that will give me a net position of 2 left to fill. Just not getting the sense that this is convincingly going to break that support that we're seeing here to move lower. I mean, within the time frame that I want it to. So for that reason, I am just moving, reducing my profit expectations, taking what the market gives me. Well, it's just being respectful, really, to be honest. Like, it would just be, why would I be so, audacious to think that I'm right in the price moving all the way down here to do something extraordinary? So I think if you respect the market, it can respect you back. If you do some crazy shit, then it's just going to punish you. So that one's gone. All right, so we've got 17 minutes to the off on this. I'm just going to see how I'm doing on P&L at the moment. So let's see what we've got waiting to settle. 2p on that. Oh shit, I didn't green on that last one. Shit. Alright, let's go back. Cool. Ready to give it away. So next one here. So I'm just going to look over my P&L so far. So it was 2 and it was 30. Okay. So I started the day 16p profit, then a 47p profit, 6p profit, then a 64p loss, 16p profit, and I've got about another 13p waiting to clear. So that brings it to 33p on the day. So yeah, still up, still in profit. So yeah, continue. So the next one here, we have got 16.5 minutes to the off. Favorite at 2's coming in, steaming ever so gently here, and then this one here, well, it's not even that gently, it's steaming in. Second favorite is drifting, pull back, finding support. Are going to be at these previous highs, can't quite see, but it's finding support anyway at this level, just above 6s. The other ones here are flat. What's the volume on this? 23 grand. Not the greatest volume. Could be better, and it's not a really tight book either. So a couple of warning signs there, but feels a bit thin as well. It's just not much movement. Double-digit figures here. It's not really moving at this moment, but give it a chance. Let's see what we can see. And if don't like it, just move on. Excuse me. So this looks, I mean, the two things that, I mean, look tradable, shorting this, obviously, and potentially going long on this, if it breaks that resistance, so it's just under 7, so it's about 6.8, 6.8. So yeah, this feels like it could be going. It's just piss poor liquidity. Well, it's starting to pick up, to be honest. Let's get something on this if we can. So I'm trying to act based on this starting to move in, which I'm anticipating we'll see this break higher, but that correlation isn't great, so there's still a lot of vig in this book. Right at the front of this queue, holding it for quite a period of time now without a fill. I just don't like the feel of this one. Yeah, it could be an easy way to lose money. So just protecting my capital. I'm going to move on to another race. So this one here, 23 minutes to the off, 43 grand matched, much better. With only 23 minutes, with more time, there's even more money matched. Tight book, readable charts. So let's go with this one. So got a favourite that's come in, drifted, consolidated for a while, started to steam back in, and is now attacking these lows again with some bearish intent. So potentially short this. Second favourite here looks like it's it looks like it's been consolidating, but there is I would say a bullish bias to this. These lows have got higher. It's coming to its resistance now at around 4.5. So break of that 4.5, it could be 4.4. Breaks of those levels there could be interesting to be long on. And these other ones, not reading much into those. We've got 22 minutes though. Let's see what we can do. So shorts on this, longs on this. Where are my reference points? It's hard to get an exact reference on this one. 4.2 maybe. Shit, didn't clock this one. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I missed out. I missed that one. This one here would have been interesting to short, because I think when I saw it was still up here and it hadn't broken that support, that horizontal support there. Alright. Let's go on the assumption that fours could act as resistance if this does pull back. Just don't want to be too overzealous. This is starting to drift. This is starting to drift. This here is just passed. Going long on this could be an option as well. Right, I'll put that in slightly more aggressively. Could have missed it. Fuck. C'est la vie. There's always going to be more opportunity. There's always going to be more opportunity to trade, but one thing the market's not going to give you is more money to trade with. So that's a hard drift, isn't it? Just trying to get some skin in the game on this one, because these movements seem to be inversely correlated. How long we got? 19 minutes still. I just don't want to get in at a mug's price on this. because you know, getting in, even though I feel this is going to continue to move lower, I don't want to buy, you know, sell at the bottom. Don't want to be, you know, backing this when it's at the bottom and starts to bounce. So yeah, just getting in very emotionally on, you know, just the price it is now, or you know, at market. It's just like catching a falling knife, and you've got bad position that is harder to manage if it does go against you adversely. So that's the rationale of me holding out for a better price. I'm gonna put some in this one as well, just to see if I can take advantage of that. So I'm assuming or speculating this could continue to move up, but same premise, I need a good price to be in on that action. So this moving up, I want it to pull back first and then pull away. Same on this, I want this to pull, but the opposite direction, I want this to pull up and then pull that, move away down. You wanting to go in stronger on that. You can see how many positions I've got open. As I mentioned earlier, this isn't going to be likely to be possible. I don't know how much my account's been used up on this, but you know, it's only a couple of £100 that's in this account, so it's easy to put them. How much is this? This what, 8, 12. Sorry, just distracted here. So it's £14 on that, and then another tenner on this. You know, that kind of positioning wouldn't be possible with the same size account, but bigger stakes, obviously. So it'll just rinse out the account. 17 minutes to off. It's edging lower again still. I could go with the aggressive position here, but yeah, doesn't make sense. It's right at its resistance. So I want to see this pull back ideally. This has been, so where these have been quite trending, don't know. I guess these front two have been the strongest trends, which have been inversely correlated. This one has broken its resistance, which was previously consolidated, and now has, you know, viably become quite bullish, so mimicking this fourth one. And this one has just been the one that's been very calm in the midst of that and stayed at the same price. So although there is a slight bias to these lows getting higher, you can see there's just support and there's resistance at the top there. So making a market on that could be an option. But yeah, that's less of a sensible thing to do the nearer to the off we get. But okay, this has broken lower, so these are looking less and less likely to get filled. But I'm okay taking a position on this one. And I want to get filled on it first because I anticipate this could move higher. So I'm on the touch with this. This is drifting quite hard, isn't it? So you get the sense that these two are just, this first and fourth are inversely correlated to this one. This one is leading the direction. In fact, this is a favourite now. So I've got filled on that, finally. So I've got £4 to lay off. This one here, it's just, you know, it's come in so hard, it's now in first place. I haven't reordered them yet. But this is first, this is now second. So theory's playing out so far, but I need to get filled on it. So this has moved. Okay. Just going to green it up before it goes too much higher. Oh, it takes out the positions as well. Didn't know that. But if we reorder, what's the name of this one? Pookie Pecan. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that one there. So it's just reordered. So it stayed as fourth. But this one here was the previous third favourite, which is just steamed in hard. Which is, I mean, with this strategy, obviously it hasn't capitalised on that. But with, you know, knowing the dynamics of two inversely correlated selections, then there's just so many more ways that I could have milked that, but that's not really the game that I'm playing at the moment. But the opportunity's interesting. Well, yeah, came out of that with a profit, pretty decent considering. 22 to 24p profit. But I'm gonna move on. 26 grand. 26 grand with 22 minutes left. That's all right. That could be okay. We'll see. You've got another few minutes for it to pick up. So we've got the favourite here, flat at threes. Second favourite has drifted. Third favourite has come in and found support at these lows here. So potentially looking for breaks of that. What's that? 6. So breaks lower, 6 could be of interest. Breaks higher than 4 could be of interest. This one's a bit harder to read in terms of what to do. I mean, a break either way could influence, or is likely to influence, these ones. So really at the moment, the ones that I'm looking at would be a break of 4s on this and a break of 6s lower on this. So just wait and see. 20 minutes to the off. And again, if you're watching on Twitch, do feel free to follow. Do this daily. And also on YouTube, I do upload the same video every day within a few hours. And you can see my entire progress on YouTube. It's a 30-second, I keep forgetting, 30-second day of trading. And looking to up stakes next week. So, still waiting on this. It's touching it, but I'm not going to preempt it unless there's a good reason to. I could just say, oh yeah, this is going to break 4s. But there's not good enough reason to kind of preempt it in that way yet, because it hasn't shown me. This is a strong level of resistance. These highs have gone into it previously. Same here. These lows have been very strong, so it might just get rejected here again. So of course, getting in early, preempting that can be, you know, you're going to get a better price. You're guaranteed a better price, but you're not really looking at what the downside would be. Okay, so now it's broken it. Now that gives me some context to get. Oh shit! What am I doing? Hang on. What am I thinking? Loss of concentration there. I want it to break up, not down. That's one of the hazards of talking away and looking at multiple selections at the same time. I need this to break up through 4s, not move lower. Fucking idiot. So yeah, that could have been disastrous. There was one yesterday, just done a complete fat finger and just pressed it and it went in, fired into the market. Managed to get out of it, but yeah, those are just, you know, it's warts and all with this. Mistakes happen. As will happen for any trader, but it's how you manage them. So yeah, let me just concentrate on this a bit more now. So 19 minutes to the off, waiting for this to either break lower or this to break higher. Just have a reorder in case anything has changed. No, same. And the reasons I prefer breaks, looking for breaks rather than just consolidation, is because of the profit potential. If it breaks, so we're looking at this, if this breaks past 4, it's going to likely have a impulse move where it just moves up for a good few ticks and then potentially pulls back. Whereas if I was just trading this consolidation, so like selling at resistance, buying back at support, so trading this, shorting this, getting long here, the movement isn't, it's more predictable, I guess, but it's just not as much potential in it to move. So that's one of the rationales for looking for breaks rather than just consolidation. Yep, still waiting. Just going to screen briefly here. Right, 34. So "17 minutes to the off." Has that edged higher? Might be missing. No, there's no volume matched. It's very easy just to let your concentration slip here. If you're just, you know, looking at this from 20 minutes out, it can be very, very tricky to stay focused. Doesn't look like it's edged higher. Let me just blow up this chart. So it's pulling back, which isn't a bad thing. You know, it's not reversing as yet. It's still got some bullish intent to it. Now, of course, if there's signs of this like finding support and then there's a clear level that it then breaks through, then I would not, you know, I wouldn't be adverse to just shorting this. So it just shows you how your decisions can change just based on waiting out and the market showing you what to do. How long we got? 14 minutes 50 seconds. Yeah, not much change really since first opened this. This is still flat. This is still relatively bullish. Well, I think this was more bearish when we came in. It was probably around here, but it has consolidated for a while. But the play's still the same. Waiting for a break of this. Waiting for a break of this up. Waiting for a break of this down. Now here I might not be looking just for a break, like rather than looking for a break of 4s. What could also be at this point now is just this moving through 6s, because this is found support this level to potentially produce a higher low. So 3.8, I guess, or 3.85. So the reference is it could move into this resistance at its previous highs at 4s or break higher. There's still that context. And this just breaking 6s now would be enough to, you know, warrant potentially going long on this. But not seeing anything yet, really. Might 3.5. Okay. So I've got on this because it broke. I missed the party by the looks of it. It is moving away, just as I said, as it's broken that support. It's so strong. What I'm anticipating is some bullishness in this at least. So that's why I've got this position in here. This, in fact, as well looks like it's, you know, it's broken to the upside to correlate with this breaking to the downside. Whereas this has just stayed very static. So I was right on this, but didn't get position. Trying to get filled on this. Not going to be as much profit potential in it, but we'll see if we can at least get a fill. I'll keep these in here just in case we see some pullback. Okay, so getting filled on that. So that's 4. Right. So I need to see this support hold. I'm keeping these in. I'm aware of that. It's breaking support. Let's try this. See, that's broken that support, which isn't ideal. What am I going to do here? Let's have a look around. Yeah, seeing that one shift hard. Might have to be a break even or a smaller profit. Okay, so got a small profit on that one. Still got these in, so still got position on these, although it's pretty meaningless anyway. It's pretty thin at this side of the book. Damn. Yeah. Alright, let's break in 4s now. Let's just get out of that one. How long we got? 9 minutes. It's a bit close to the wire for me, but I'm gonna attempt to get another position on this long as it breaks 4s and this continues to come in. There seems to be some correlation now between the first and second, which isn't, you know, inverse correlation, but got some money filled on that. Gonna potentially get some more, but I'm got my exit orders in here. Eight minutes see off. So it's broken, it's come back and it's finding support off of those previous highs. These previous highs here. So this fours, basically fours, it's just acting as support now, which is good. It has just dipped a bit lower than it, which is still okay. It's got another £6 to lay off. That might be a bit greedy. Just put in this position here at what I'm deeming as was the resistance, which was the highest price it had moved to. Do feel it could break higher, but just running a bit low on time now. 7 minutes is not that much time for me. So 4.2. Oh god, hang on. I'm gonna have to break it. And 4.1. There we go. In fact, that doesn't look like a retrace, but there's no real signs of bearishness in any of the other ones. Just going to play defense again. Five minutes 45 to go. So this is, so this is showing signs of bullishness now to move higher. This has still got some bullish intent, but it's started to, potentially roll over and break these previous lows of, support, which is not good. This is bullish. So we've got two bullish things which don't really help my position, although they are going to resistance. This is going to resistance, so we could see some pullback. So that at least is enough rationale, enough context to hold on to this position, because this pulling back is likely, and this, potentially hit resistance. And
this event
back
will start in 5 minutes.
Could see this move higher again. So, yeah, this has been a tricky one. That's why when the off is a bit, I just feel my attention go. The attention is going on this one. So just need to be, wary of that. So this is going into support still, which is holding. 4 minutes to the off. It's creeping past that support. Okay, so need to act. What can I tell? What's telling me that something else is coming in? Nothing on these. I mean, that's kind of coming in, but really high odds. That's very bullish. That's bullish. 3 minutes 30. Alright, let's start doing some disaster management here. Can't let this get too bad. So, reduce my position there to £4 net. So each tick is going to be worth less in profit or loss. You know what? And there's still a good chance that this is still going to pull back. But I just want to make the decision while I still have some control over it. So that is 54p loss. So I think that just pushes me into a loss on the day so far. Let me just bring up my P&L. Yeah, that must be in a loss. So 20. Oh no, it might be break even actually. Oh, I'll be about 1p, 1 or 2p in a profit on a day. Let me just have a look at what the next one's saying and assess whether to continue, because I've got to think, you know, last one wasn't the best traded. It was quite a way out, which I think my concentration was going on that one. It's like staring at wet paint sometimes. So let's see what the next one's saying and go from there. See if anything's obvious. You know what? 50, that's decent conditions. I've just noticed though that there's one. Oh no, it's 10 minutes on. Okay, fair enough. So we've only got 11 minutes to work with on this one. Let's just have a quick analysis of what's going on. So twos, favourite twos come in, found support just above twos. So I guess about 2.04 is the support. Second favourite, very choppy, but there's some clear resistance here at fives, so breaking fives could be interesting. Third favourite here looks quite correlated to the first, in that you see it's come in, pulled away, come back down and found support. It's lows again. Same here, come in, pulled away, come back down, done this kind of double bottom kind of chart pattern, if you like. So this is holding just under, where's that? Oh, I can't read it. Somewhere between 5 and 6. So probably about 5.7, 5.8. So a break lower, that could be a trade. But have we got enough time? Have we got enough time and enough context? So these two are correlated, this one and this one. So I don't really want to be shorting one or the other unless there's some signs of reversal. But this going into fives might be the play. So this going higher than, is it actually fives or slightly less? Let's call it fives. So it busts in higher than fives, which correlates with maybe a sharp movement in one of these two. Could be a play. Oh, forgot my reference on that. Fine. Hmm. 9 minutes. Less time to maneuver now, and more money coming in as well. does look like it's edging. That's starting to move up. Alright, let's try this. So I'm looking at this punching lower, this reversing. So these starting to diverge. This still kind of punching, potentially to break fives as well. And this potentially to break twos. So I've got £4 skin in the game. Trying to add to that still. It's moving away from fives, isn't it? Do I want to do that? Okay. Oh man, if this punches past twos, I had more money, I'd have more options. More money on this, I'd have more options. But I feel it could just find support at twos. So I've got to, I can't split. The minimum I can have in this is 2. So I can't. There's money coming through as well. There's a good chance this is going to push through twos. But I can't just bet on that. I need to have good reason and good position. Didn't have position on that. So what do you want to do? 10p. All right. Your work on that is done. So next. Okay. So how long have I been going for? All right. 2 hours and 8 minutes. So all right, what I'm gonna do, just have a look at this. 21 minutes tee off, 58 grand matched, 101 on the book. That's good conditions. Favourites at threes, very flat. Second favourite, come in, drifted, finding resistance. Third favourite has been a drifter, albeit with very deep retraces, deep corrections. But, highs are getting higher, lows are getting higher. Third favourite has been steaming in. So these two look, at a cursory glance, very inversely correlated. These two are very similar in that, they've both been very flat. So shorting this and potentially going long on this are the two things that spring to mind. So chart's saying 7.5, which doesn't exist at this, so 7.6 I guess is its support. Okay. And with this, it's a guesstimate, but I think going long at around 6.4 could be an option. So, although this breaking support again, I can't get an accurate read on what that level, these loads are. It's about 325. Yeah, so obviously it's 3.25 because that's where the volumes match. So this coming in and breaking lower than 325 could be interesting. And to be honest, this breaking higher than I'm guessing it is 4.6 could be interesting. So a few things that are catching my eyes. It's just the timing of it, really. To to potentially get on the back of. This is a deeper retrace than I'd like, but I mean it's still going into these previous lows to potentially move lower. This could, it's a tricky thing with this. I'm just struggling to remember my reference points because I can't read it directly off the chart, so I'm having to guess what the lows are, the support and resistance levels are. So this is going out. This is potentially coming in. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Gonna speculate that this could move higher. This does look like it's marginally piercing lower. Let's find a support there. Oh, what did I say? I keep forgetting what the bloody number is. 325. I'll do an aggressive entry on this one. Could be, you know, again, might come back to bite me in the arse, but so it's just holding at support. And we could see some move at least to these highs, just over sevens. I'll try and get some skin in the game. Obviously not doing it for entertainment purposes, but this might be entertaining for you if it messes up. But yeah, I want to be on the right side of this. And of course, there's always the option to rescind my my offer here and just take this out. But I will see if this gets matched and anticipate we're going to see some continued bullishness in this. £36 needs to be matched there before my order is likely to. Okay, so that's got matched. I feel like it could be a bit too steep. 6.4. Let's take one of those out. So on the touch now with my my exit. So anticipating it's just a scalp really for a tick. You know, there is potential for this to move up to those highs, but just playing a defensive game in that it will just at least consolidate. £56 halfway through this queue, thereabouts. So see if that gets filled. Still 14 minutes to the off, so it's not time to work with, but yeah, let's see if this gets filled. I'll be content with that outcome. No, it's not. So continues. That's why you can never just count your chickens too quickly. Oh, it's breaking lower as well. It's just breaking past that support. So that's got filled. So I'm going to put this in. I'll leave that one in for now. What else is happening? 12 minutes, 45 seconds. Come on, think. Alright. Just try to check myself and make sure I'm making the right decisions here. So I did move down my, seeing this, break support, potentially move lower. I did move down my expectations. Carrying a loss here. Now this is a particularly dangerous move because I'm averaging down, adding to my, adding to a losing position. So it's good money chasing bad. It does help in that it means that I've got, less of a ticks to make before I hit and break even. But, doing those kind of things, you just need to be aware of what you're doing and the risk it, way it jeopardizes your capital. So yeah, I take full responsibility for that if that goes against me, but I know what I'm doing in terms of the risks that I'm taking. So 6s is a good reference point to hold as potential support, but really there's still there's signs of bullishness here, this moving higher, which could push this in further. So I need to think about how can I get out of this and still look after, protect that capital. Decent position on this, although there's not much on it, but let's see if we can get filled and fully go flat here. Oh, some of it got matched. First £2, still £4 left. Do have the opportunity to just break even now, drag this down. Miss that opportunity now. So I had the chance to get out unscathed, if you like, but it's just that balancing act of being not too timid and not too aggressive. There was still good probability that I could get filled here, which is why I held on to this position rather than scratch it. Okay, so held out there, was able to get a small profit, but most importantly not make a loss on that one. That could have gone tits up, especially because the dynamics of this had changed so much. Rather than this bullish intent that we saw with it, initially with it higher highs, higher lows, it had come down, it had broken those previous lows to potentially show signs of a reversal where these highs are getting lower and the lows are getting lower. Also the other ones at the time were showing signs of bullishness. So I can't ignore that. It's the market shouting at me, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I'm not going to put my fingers in my ears and pretend it's not happening, because at the end of the day, that's the best way to lose money. Just not listening to what's going on. Might get lucky a few times. I might get, lucky now and then and be on the right side of it, or make an outstanding profit, but that's not really down. I prefer not to do it that way, because it's just you're kind of dependent on luck rather than being pragmatic and making decisions that you can make consistently again and again. If you just make decisions on luck, hoping that something's going to happen, that's not as easily replicatable as oh, this is happening in the market, let me adjust my position because this is happening. Rambling there, but that's hopefully you get the gist of that. Listen to the market is the takeaway, I guess. So let me just have a look over the P&L. Oh, hang on, I haven't greened up on this. Second time almost done that. Bloody hell. All right. So we have got so that's 13 on that, 10 on that. Let's call it 23. So yeah, so today we've had a profit of 16p, profit of 47p, profit of 6p, a loss of 64p, a profit of 16p, a profit of 2p, profit 11p, a profit of 22p, a loss of 54p, and still to settle there's a profit of about 10p, and then a profit of about, let's go to the low end, so 13p, so that's 23p, so that's 25p profit. Not as much as normal, but it's still a profit. Didn't lose, it wasn't a losing day, maintained capital, lived to trade another day, which is what it's all about. So happy with that result. So I'll be back again here on Twitch every weekday around midday UK time, and upload it to YouTube after. So if you've enjoyed, feel free to follow or like the video, and I will be back again tomorrow. Have yourselves a good weekend. Take care. Bye.